Alright, part 3. Happy New Year, pigslop. More cruel and unsparing mocking. I didn't want to leave you without a proper New Year's post, so I'm continuing with our literal Genesis account, Cindy. When we left our poor, stupid, literal king and queen of Eden, they had just been duped by a talking, upright super snake. Now, armed with the knowledge that they were naked as the literal jaybirds Adam had named earlier that day, they literally sewed literal fig leaves together and literally made themselves loin coverings. So, how exactly did they sew these fig leaves? Does one need a needle and thread? Where did they find time to make these sewing implements? I mean, if you're going to insist on it being a literal account, then don't chicken out on me, pigslop. I have to have my stupidity erased by your superior theological skill. Personally speaking, it sounds as if pre-fall day 6 was busier than one would encounter one of Jack Bauer's 24-hour days. I mean, talk about packed with activity, excitement, and hard work. At least I get to sleep in my fallen, imperfect, and sinful nature. But I suppose divine mud people don't require sleep or a break from the day-to-day grind. They just walk around, blind and naked, bumping into fruit trees, snakes, and the rakes, and other gardening tools that the Lord God gave Adam to till his magic garden. Do you think Adam scratched the dirt with his fingers? How did he keep his seeds organized with his eyes glued shut? But pigslop, I do have to thank you for bringing this literal truth to my attention. The more I ponder Adam's situation, the more I am thankful that I do not have to live like him. They literally heard the sound of the Lord God literally walking in the literal garden in the cool of the day. Now remember, we are still on day 6 because it can't possibly be day 7 since God would not be able to walk, since that might make his literal legs tired, and he had already decided to rest from all his labor on literal day 7. And another thing, now they are hearing sounds for the first time. Was the mud glue stopping their ears as well? Did the magic apple that the bad devil snake tricked them into partaking of hold the power to make them hear? I am wondering if all 5 senses were rendered powerless by being godlike. Could they smell, feel, taste? It doesn't say, but one would have to assume that all sensory faculties would be restored at the first bite into this spectacular mystical fruit. Where is this tree now? I want to get a hold of some of that fruit, since there isn't a guard station there. I wonder why not. And the man and his wife literally hid themselves from the literal presence of the Lord God among the literal trees of the literal garden. Adam and Eve, then the Lord God literally called to the man and literally said to him, "Where are you? Adam and Eve, come out, wherever you are. I can't find you, even though I'm omnipotent, omniscient, and omnipresent. I can't find 2 mud people I made earlier in the day. If only I had some kind of x-ray vision to see through the trees you're now hiding amongst. But why do I even bother calling out, since you are as deaf as a post, because I still don't know you haven't eaten the forbidden fruit, because you haven't told me yet." He said, Adam said, "I literally heard the literal sound of you in the literal garden, and I was literally afraid because I was literally naked, so I literally hid my literal self." Hey, you initially made me this way, then all of a sudden every one of my senses became alive, and I find myself in a jungle with a rebellious woman and a snake mocking me in my naked shame. And the Lord literally said, "Who literally told you that you were naked? Have you literally eaten from the literal tree of which I literally command you not to literally eat?" I need you to fill me in on the details, Adam. Be honest, because I'm unable to ascertain these facts on my own. Why didn't you eat from the tree of life? What was wrong with it? It would have made you live forever. Don't you want to live forever in your mud body? Doing all of my bidding for all of eternity as this world literally becomes overcrowded with your billions of descendants until there will not literally be a place to stand? we would have had to build up and not out, I guess. I didn't think this out very well, did I? I suppose you doing what you did saved us a mess of petroleum. The man literally said, the woman whom you literally gave to be with me, she literally gave me from the literal tree, and I literally ate. Okay then, now I know what's going on. I will deal with you in a minute, Adam. Then the Lord God literally said to the woman, what is this you have literally done? And the woman literally said, the literal serpent literally deceived me, and I literally ate. Hang on, sweetie, you're next. The Lord God said to the literal serpent, did you ever notice that the Lord never gave the serpent a chance to defend itself? Talk about a rush to judgment. He takes the word of the disobedient woman and starts in cursing the snake without any of the accommodation he afforded Adam and Eve. And we don't even hear a word from the snake in protest either. If you was fixing to cut off my legs and force me into a lifetime diet of dirt, I might be inclined to say something to assuage your anger. But the serpent that was once so chatty when left alone with the whore now can't even muster an, I'm sorry I screwed up. So we're going to stop there on part 3, and I'll be back with part 4 in just a little bit. Happy New Year, Cindy.